Hey Nesters, welcome back to the channel, Nesting Haven. Today we're going back to Salvation Army to do some thrift shopping. This is part 2. If you guys missed part 1, I will link it below. And yeah, so let's continue the journey of looking for some vintage items. Now these Japan stacker mugs I found in the back, I have some of these listed and they've been listed for a while, so I decided not to pick up any more. Just kind of one of those things as a reseller, if you have something that you have, picked up in the past, you tend to not want to get it if it's not selling very well, even if you still find it to be a really cool item. It's just for the best to leave it behind. This bar set I thought was pretty cool with the nice wooden base to it. I don't drink myself, but I do resell barware items because they do sell very well. People really like to decorate their bar carts, and they're really starting to get more into that mid-century theme where they do have the bar carts at home. So definitely something to always look out for. So after looking through the toys, trying to find some vintage ones, I went around the corner and found even more little golden books, so I just kind of grabbed the stack to try to check out and see what they had, and so that is what I'm doing here. We'll go through them real quick here. Do you have a favorite little golden book that you had as a child, or maybe even read to one of your children? Let me know in the comments below. Now, these ones all seem to be pretty old, and I'd never come across the ones that were actually Bible stories before, so that was pretty interesting. They had a ton of insulators today. Most of them were that teal color that is really common. I didn't really go through them. I think they're all priced about $5.99 a piece. And then I saw this really cute vintage rocking horse. It's a plastic one. So I just know my kids would have been too rough with that and would have broke it. So I did not want to pick that up for them for that reason. But I hope someone was able to get that. It's super cute. And here we have a Spring Blossom Pyrex casserole dish. It's missing the lid, of course, but it's in pretty good condition. I rarely ever find Pyrex at Salvation Army. I think this is only the second time that I ever have, so not too bad of a price. So I was able to go ahead and add that to my cart. I believe that green pitcher is an Avon piece, and I've never seen it come with the stopper plus the bowl that it sets in, so that was kind of interesting to actually see it all in one piece. I don't get to the Salvation Army too often. I try to go once every couple of months or so because they do have a lot of old antique and vintage items donated to them. I saw these, and this is the first time I've ever come across this Humpty Dumpty series. Have you guys ever seen these before? They had several copies of them. I did pick up a few. I kind of briefly looked through them and just kind of grabbed the ones that looked interesting to me. I can't remember the price on them right now, but I think they were maybe $1.99 a piece or something like that. But they were all very cute. They had cute, graphics on the covers and some inside as well. So went ahead and looked through these, and you guys can check them out right now. This area is always super hard to navigate in. They have everything filled to the brim. They even have more dishware on the side as well. Normally they just keep the vintage items over here, but they were pretty jam-packed today. This ivy was kind of interesting. It did seem to be vintage. It seemed older, but I wasn't quite sure what it was. There was some crazing on it. I'm not a huge fan of the ivy stuff. I know there are some people that like it, and the Franciscan ivy in particular I probably would pick up, but that I wasn't really familiar with that. And again, more owls. I did pick these up, and if you guys want to see the haul of everything else I picked up, definitely subscribe and stay tuned for that haul tomorrow. Now, I looked at the jewelry case briefly as I was going up to cash out, and I spied this really cool necklace down here, and I wanted to check that out, so I asked if I could see that. They had it priced at $4.99. It just seemed kind of nice to me. I think they have even more jewelry on the other side that I don't tend to look at, but I don't know. I just saw that necklace and I started glancing at some of the other items they put up here. I feel like if they think it's a little bit more valuable, they usually put it up closer to the register, so probably best that I looked at this jewelry anyways. Now, they always have the coolest stuff up, around the register. Both of the Salvation Armies I go to tend to put the nicer items there. I think that's just a general thing at thrift stores, and oftentimes I forget to look at it, especially at the Goodwills where they have them up in the glass cases. I barely ever look at that. And I really need to get in the habit of maybe even looking there first when I go in, because obviously that is probably where most of the valuable things are, at least things that don't sneak by them and they don't understand that, are valuable, which is fun. That's the fun of thrifting, right? But they had this bin here of pins, and they're different kind of movie type pins. There was only one I really recognized was Flubber with Robin Williams and it, And yeah, so I wasn't really sure if these would have much resale value, but they're kind of neat. I always think pins are kind of fun, but I don't think you can make very much on them. Now up above, you'll notice in just a second, they had a ton of boxes of these little tiny adorable figurines. There were several that were alike and they had a pretty decent price on them. I'm not really sure how much they're worth and what they are exactly. Some of them were kind of fugly looking, and they had some that were very cute, and I got a couple of them. I'm sure you guys will be able to guess which ones I did end up taking, but we'll go ahead and look through these real quick as well, and you guys can kind of just enjoy them and let me know below if you guys know anything about these. Thanks for watching today's Thrift of Me. Make sure you are subscribed to catch the haul of everything I purchased today in tomorrow's video. And make sure you hit the like on your way out if you enjoyed this, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!